Hello, it is FMC. I'm Jeremy. That is SP3. Tuesday morning, coming at you a little bit later. We got things to do. We got personal life, SP3, but it's a big day. You know why it's a big day? One, because Anthony Davis is hurt again. We'll talk about that. But Cher Delaware is going to join us later on, and I don't know what kind of messages she got on Match. I've not looked at them. We're going to read them live on air. Bless Cher Delaware for allowing us to sign her up for a dating website. That is later on in the show. I'm not going to give a time. I have no idea when it's going to happen. Until then, SP3, how you doing this morning, buddy?
I'm not well, sir. First of all, personally, my missus, I hope she feels better throughout the day. She wasn't feeling very well this morning, and that was already combining with everything that's been going on with my Los Angeles Lakers. We were looking good the past two games without Anthony Davis. We won. That's all that matters. We won those two games.
You beat the Wizards, who have lost about 18 straight at this point. So golf clap for the Lakers.
Hey, a win is a win is a win.
True. Cannot deny that.
We got completely destroyed by the Phoenix Suns last night. So I was just like, this is not going to be a happy episode for me. I have to talk about Anthony Davis's injury, being out with a month. That's not what I asked Santa Claus for Christmas. That's definitely not. But I guess Santa Claus is like, well, you're going to be correct. You're going to be 13-9 by Christmas Day. It's looking like I'm right on the money with that prediction. Out of all my predictions, Anthony Davis, top 5 MVP, Russell Westbrook, 6th man of the year. This seems like my prediction of 13-19 by Christmas seems like the most correct prediction of them all.
Anthony Davis is hurt, SP3. I mean, look, he was playing great. I praised him, whatever show it was, maybe last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, but he was looking like your top 5 MVP candidate. And I don't remember if I said it on this show. I know I texted Sammer about this of, if Anthony Davis keeps playing like this, are the Lakers the favorite in the West? Because the West is very jumbled right now. There's no one who really stands out. Like, if you have Anthony Davis playing like this, you got LeBron. Russ brings some energy off the bench. The role players are starting to find their identity. I was going to assume that they were going to make some type of move. It's like they could be the top team in the West. Like, I definitely wouldn't want to face them in the playoffs. Davis is out a month. LeBron's looking better after the injury. Russ is going to be Russ. I don't understand the thinking of Davis is hurt. They rested LeBron and Russ last night against the Suns. They basically just conceded that game before it started. Yeah. It's like, hey, we're going to lose this game. I get you got to give these guys a little bit of a break, but like, if you're going to rest these guys on a back-to-back with Davis already hurt, you need as many wins as possible. You got to figure that out. Rest Russ the first game and rest LeBron the second game, but you got to have one of those guys playing to just give you something, because otherwise you got fucking Patrick Beverley doing the too small thing, down 26. What is he doing? SP3?
I think that's the worst move the Los Angeles Lakers have done in the last offseason is getting Patrick Beverley. He just has no self-awareness. That's what I think his major thing is. There's no self-awareness. He's a shameless promoter for himself, and he doesn't really care otherwise.
It was not a good. I mean, that's Patrick Beverley for you, right? Like, that's Patrick Beverley for you.
Schroeder had a good game. Schroeder had 30 last night.
Okay, but somebody has to score. Like, LeBron's not there, Davis is not there, Russ isn't there. Somebody's got to score. Schroeder is legitimately the best scorer.
He's the best shooter for us. Team. I said that. What did I say that last week or the week before? I said that about Schroeder. He's been playing very well for us, so I'm not surprised he was our leading scorer. But yeah, we conceded last night's game. I thought it was the right move. We were never going to beat the Suns. Even if we had LeBron and Russ on a back-to-back, we're not going to beat the Suns there. So it was smart to sit them down, concede that one, rest them, and then we got another game tomorrow. Like this is our we got 3 games in 4 days. Yeah, it was a smart move to sit them out today, to sit them out yesterday, because we have 3 games in 4 days.
Who they playing tomorrow?
Let me double check here. Lakers. Who we play tomorrow? We got the Kings tomorrow. Well, that's a tough game. No, if we got arrested LeBron James, he gonna.
I think the Kings. I legitimately think the Kings play tonight. Hold on, I'm looking this up. I'm wrong. They played last night. I thought they played tonight. Okay, yeah, they played last night against the Hornets. They lost to the Hornets last night. So there you go. Yeah. The Hornets are terrible. So if the Hornets can beat them, the Lakers can surely beat them.
Yeah. Yeah,
do you think I
think we could beat them? I think we got the Hornets. I think after that, so those are winnable games. So that's why I said it was the right move to sit them out. To you had to do the travel and everything. Correct move last night, sitting them out. And we got in the chat Bookerless Suns. Yeah, they still got Chris Paul, still one of the best point guards in the league.
Oh, don't do Chris Paul, still one of the best point guards in the league after you slander him every single week. Every single week on this
in the playoffs, he's gonna choke. He's gonna choke. Trust me, he's gonna choke in the playoffs. But in the regular season, he's still one of the best point guards in the league. And Ayton plays better without Booker than with Booker.
I mean, a little bit, but they still didn't have Booker. Ayton was going to be a problem. Regardless.
Ayton had 21 and 11. We got no bigs to
Thomas Bryant. I thought that was the savior after the Wizards game because that broken play, he got a dunk off of it.
He got 16 points last night.
Good for him. I do think Thomas Bryant is the addition they want because Davis doesn't like playing the 5. I mean, he's hurt, but he doesn't like playing the 5. So Thomas Bryant can be DeAndre Jordan, Dwight Howard. From the past, he's better than DeAndre Jordan. That Dwight Howard, that version of him was actually good for the Lakers.
Yeah.
But Davis can
that was straight up just the defensive end of Dwight Howard. That's all he had left. He didn't have any offense left, but he was great on defense, especially next to Anthony Davis. Like no one was getting in the paint for us.
Anthony Davis out a month. Not great, especially the way he was playing. Not ideal at all, especially the way he's playing. LeBron's going to have to carry a heavy load. He's already got a lot of minutes on his body. Not even this season, just career. We know LeBron's been in the league for a while, but this season he's already got a lot of minutes on his body. He's not the most durable guy at this point in his career either. Russ is Russ. Love Russell Westbrook. I was actually watching MVP highlights from Russell Westbrook from the OKC season. He's great. I love Russell Westbrook. He's fantastic, but he's not that guy anymore. He's getting to be taking more shots, SP3. You excited for that? You excited for Westbrook jacking up 20 shots a game? I am. I'm pumped.
This is what he wanted. This is what he was hoping for. He was like, I'm playing with LeBron and Anthony Davis. He was like, I just got to buy my time. I'm going to be the number 2 scorer. He was like, LeBron going to take some games off. I'm going to be the number 1 scorer on a couple of games too. I get to start a couple of games. He's going to be, oh man, going to put up triple dubs. He's going to get some triple dubs this season.
I cannot wait for Now I do what I want, Russell Westbrook, to retire.
I can do what I want. But yeah, we're majorly, we're not going to do very well. I think we're going to be above my prediction of 13-19. We got Kings and Hornets. I think we can win one of those games. So we'll have the 14th win to be above my prediction. But other than that, we just have to kind of roll with the tide for now. LeBron is playing well. Otherwise, I'm looking at his numbers right now. He's averaging 27 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 1 steal per game. It's just his shooting. If his shooting numbers were a little bit better, I think I can be more confident. He's shooting 31% from 3. He's shooting pretty well from the field, 48%, but got to get that 3-point possession. If you're taking 7 threes per game, I'm sorry, I'm gonna need better than 31% from the field. LeBron James, either take less threes, follow your leader, follow Anthony Davis, take less threes, get to the basket, especially now the paint is free for our offense. Like, we don't have Anthony Davis, which was our primary post scorer and paint scorer. So now it's free for you to show off your Hakeem Olajuwon moves you learned 10 years ago in the offseason and be the big man for us for a couple of games until Anthony Davis comes back.
LeBron's going to have to carry a heavy load. I don't think they have the shooters for him to thrive like they would like. Russ is going to still be taking all of his shots.
We definitely have to make a move. We definitely have to make a move now. We have to get some shooting.
So do you think that, like, this has got to increase the urgency a little bit, right? Like, they got to do something sooner rather than later, because LeBron's still playing at a high level, and you can't afford to waste just another season of this. Anthony Davis, when healthy, playing great this season. The man's never going to stay healthy. Let's just call it like it is. He's never going to stay healthy.
Well, nine times out of 10, if it's an injury early on in the season, he comes back and he plays the rest of the year. From what I remember, most of the time, at least with us, if he gets hurt early, it's better than him getting hurt late.
Sure, but he's still going to be injured. Like, that's the point of this. He's still going to be injured. He's missing a month. You can't afford to waste this month and then dig yourself into a deeper hole. You don't know how he's going to be when he comes back. You don't know if he's going to reach that level again. Like, we've not seen that level from Anthony Davis since the Goofy ring. Like, these past 2 seasons, we've not seen that level from Anthony Davis.
2020 championship finals. That's what you meant by Goofy ring. Just so everyone is aware what he's saying, because he may be using terms that are unknown to you. He's talking about when the Los Angeles Lakers won the 2020 championship, the toughest championship to win, because we had home court advantage and we weren't able to be in Los Angeles.
The Goofy.
Just wanted to specify that. That's like the asterisk when you say Goofy ring.
You don't know how he's going to come back. It might take him at least a week or so to get back into form. It's not like the team was winning beforehand.
No.
As good as he was playing.
We have won 10 out of 14. We won 10 out of 14. We were looking good, and then Anthony Davis going to Anthony Davis.
I mean, that's what happens. The best meme is when he's like playing 2K and he gets hurt while he's playing 2K. Have you seen this?
No,
and there's this video. He's on like Twitch or something, and he's playing 2K, and like he gets hurt. His player in the game gets hurt while he's playing as himself. It's fantastic. It's like, this is realistic as shit.
This is why I play with no injuries on, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, that's cowardly.
I play with no injuries on. That's what if I play with the Lakers, I'm playing with no injuries on.
That's cowardly to turn off injuries completely.
Nah, that's how you get the statistics. No. That's what it's all about.
No, because that takes some realism out of the game. I turn them down. I fully admit that I turn them down because it starts at like 50. Like, why 50? Yeah, that's too much. I turn it down.
If they want to go overboard, I'm gonna go overboard. You talking about? I just turn it down. No, I'm gonna turn it all the way down because they wilded out. They should have kept it at 20. If it was at 20 to begin with, I would be like, all right, cool, that's fine. I'll leave it at that.
Why? But
they want to turn it up to 50. They want to turn it up to 50. Nah, then that's going all the way down to 0. How about that? How about that, 2K?
Turn it down to 50.
You want to play those games? I could play those games.
Just turn it down to 50 or to 20. That's what I do. I turn it down to 20. Sometimes 25. I definitely turn like career ending down to like 20. But I play long-term stuff. So I like having the realism of like long-term injuries in the game, or just injuries in general, because then you're forced into like making roster moves and things like that. So no, you're cowardly for just turning injuries all the way off.
Smart.
I wish they get turned off in real life. I'd rather no injuries in real life than no injuries in video games.
That makes no sense.
Sure it does. We don't need real life people getting injured. Video games, who cares?
So why not in the video game make it? You're trying to put it out into the world that there's gonna be no injuries.
No.
Yes. I'm doing God's
It's
work.
a video game. That's
I'm doing God's plan. I'm doing God's plan while you're trying to I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to put out God's plan. You trying to put out the realistic plan.
Yeah, because the game should be a little realistic.
Yeah, I like it realistic too when I play the game.
Clearly, you don't because you turn off injuries.
No.
No.
I still enjoy the game.
I mean,
Look at all the great content creators out there. They turn off the injuries. I'm good.
Do they? Name one.
6 Rings of Steel.
I don't know who that is.
King of the Fourth Quarter.
Cowardly. Isaiah Thomas?
Crushables.
Who? Do you really watch this stuff? I have no idea.
Yeah, I know the 2K content creators. Okay. A couple of years ago, I was trying to be one. So I had to do my study.
Oh, okay. I'm going to look at these people up. All right, King of the Fourth Quarter. I accepted the hardest rebuild in 2K23. Oh, man, he used the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yes, look at most of these people. Most of these people say the hardest rebuild is a 10-year Los Angeles Lakers rebuild.
I actually think the Lakers would be a relatively easy rebuild in that game.
Because a lot of the content creators do it off simulation. So a lot of the simulation, they don't go in our favor. We always lose in the semi.
Yeah, but if you're rebuilding,
even if we make the playoffs.
Okay, if you're rebuilding though, you just trade LeBron, trade Davis, stock up on draft picks.
Yeah,
it's easy to rebuild in that game because you can stock up on draft picks.
You can get some good trades. I saw one where some person got offered Brandon Ingram and one of the Lakers draft picks back for LeBron James.
Yeah, you can the trade finder can be a little nuked in that game. You can get draft picks easily. In that game, it's playing.
It's easy to get draft picks over great players in the trade finder.
Yeah. I'm playing. I'm using the LeBron or the Kobe era. I'm playing in the Kobe era. I just started this one. It's with the Mavs because the Mavs got Steve Nash, my favorite player of all time, non-Jordan, non-Thunder. So they got Nash, Dirk, Michael Finley, Nick Van Exel, Lakers legend Nick Van Exel. They got
the original part of the Lake Show. OG Lake Show right there.
I love Nick Van Exel as a kid. The little push the floor down celebration that he did, that was my stolen celebration.
I was partly a Lakers fan before even Kobe got there because of Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel on the Lakers.
Nick Van Exel ruled. So they got him. He's older in the game, obviously, but I love Steve Nash, Dirk, all-time great, Michael Finley, good player as well. So I'm using that Mavericks team. I'm only 2 games into it, but I traded a 75, maybe it's 73. It's 73 overall player who I was never going to use for a top 3 protected first round pick. I'm yes, give me this guy who I'm never going to use for a top 3 protected pick. It's from the Pistons. It'll probably convey, or if not, I'll just trade that pick for 2 firsts down the line or something. It's so easy to stock up on draft picks in that game.
Yeah, that's a fun era to start in though, because you got that LeBron, D Wade, Carmelo, Bosh draft.
Yeah, that's the big draft that's coming up. See, and I wanted to start with a team that is kind of mid. I think the Suns are not the Suns. The Mavericks actually went to the conference finals that season. Yeah. So they're a good team. They got
03 they lost to the Spurs.
Yeah, so they're a good team, but I wanted to start with a team that isn't worth champions, obviously, but I couldn't just feel good about I'm just gonna trade all these guys and load up on draft picks so I could get LeBron or Bosh or Wade or one of these guys. No, I want to keep Nash and Dirk. Michael Finley, I might trade, and if I could upgrade or something there, I want to keep at least Nash and Dirk. So I want to be competitive. And so I felt good about this team.
Because Nash is not even in his prime yet.
Nash is 29. Technically, Nash was very late.
Nash had a late prime. His prime hit. It's like once he put on the Phoenix Suns jersey, his prime hit.
Yeah, Nash had a late prime. He was good before the Suns. But the Suns was obviously prime two-time MVP. But yeah, I wanted to go with a team that I couldn't just tank out with, but wasn't this is the overwhelming favorite in the simulation if I decided to sim.
Yeah,
because the Lakers are going to be the overwhelming favorite with Shaq and Kobe.
But they don't have nothing outside of that.
No, they don't. I looked at their roster and everybody else is in the 70s. Like Shaq and Kobe are like both like 97 overall, and then like their next best
Yeah.
player is like 75 overall.
Like honestly, I like when I look at, because I haven't played the game yet, but when I look at that rebuilding from that era, from that season, right after our back to back, it's tough. It's tough because you have to kind of trade, you have to kind of combine a lot of those lower level players to get like draft picks or get like kind of a third option for them. But it would be tough for them to win a fourth in a row,
Yeah.
even though they are the favorites going in.
I mean, like they got Shaq and Kobe though. Like especially Shaq at that time. There's not many centers who are just gonna who are gonna do much. I got killed.
But you have to also find a way to keep them together. Also, that's another thing that
I feel like
may be an obstacle.
I feel like it's easier in that game because it's not like they hate each other in the video game.
But as far as building your team and competing with
Right.
everybody else, like having those two and Shaq getting older, it's difficult.
I wanted to start in the Jordan era because then you got the Shaq draft. You get like Nash at the start of his career. You get prime Vince, prime AI, prime McGrady. So you get like all of those guys, but I didn't know what team to start with because I
start with the Lakers and try to get Magic to and override Magic retiring that offseason so you could get the first overall and have Magic and Shaq. Have Shaq just straight up get drafted by the Lakers.
So I legitimately
That's what I plan on doing.
I legitimately thought about that. Like, what if I just go with the Lakers and just try to land Shaq on the Lakers? Because I don't know. I mean, I started following basketball like closely when like Jordan kind of returned and everything. So it'd be very easy to use the Bulls, but I already have a long-term Bulls sim going. So I don't really want to go back down that well. But that would be very easy. Like, I don't know enough about like that era of the league. Like, I don't want to use the Jazz because fuck their two best players.
Well, like say what you're kind of looking for, and I'll think of the team because I've seen a lot of those Jordan era teams, and I also remember a lot of them because that was around the time I like really was getting into like basketball. I think I was like 4 or 5 years old, but that was like one of my favorite things to watch.
So I do think like a rebuild would be kind of fun, and like going after Shaq and having like building around like Shaq's career and then going from there. So I would probably want to go. I like rebuilding teams as a Thunder fan.
Yeah, West or East would you be looking for? Would you want to put the Shaq on the West or the East?
Probably the East because I would want to beat Jordan. Like I thought about the Magic, just like all right, I'll just play the Magic and I'll rebuild that roster. I even thought
just give Shaq all the minutes and trade all your other players for draft picks so you can also get Penny the following offseason.
See, I thought about even like taking a decent team and just like, being a dick and tearing down that team. Like it was like the Knicks. The Knicks got like Ewing and stuff. Just completely tearing down that team and trading Ewing for draft picks, trading all these guys for like picks and like young players and stuff. Like I even thought
Indiana Pacers is a good team because they don't have Reggie Miller.
Yeah, they don't have Reggie like that.
So to get them, they will most likely be in that top area of draft picks and just put Shaq on there.
Yeah. I want to commit because like I got my long-term Bulls thing. So I know I've mentioned like my long-term Bulls thing again, and like I'm kind of over that one because I did too well with draft picks. So my team is my starting lineup is Gary Payton, who I drafted. Who's my shooting guard? Shit, I don't even remember who my Jordan. Shit. Forget about the best player of all time. Michael Jordan. For some reason, I thought I had him at small forward. So it's Gary Payton, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Rodman, and Rick Smits is my starting lineup. Okay, good starting lineup.
Yeah.
Bench goes crazy. It's Ron Harper, Thunder Dan Marley, Latrell Sprewell, who I just drafted. He's a rookie. Latrell Sprewell's a rookie. Detlef Schrempf and Shaq is my bench. So
wait, you got Shaq coming off the bench?
Yeah, because he's a rookie. So Rick Smits is actually like better rated than Shaq. They play about the same minutes, but I bring Shaq in against these scrub benches and just destroy them.
He's still gonna get Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah, easily. He's gonna get Rookie of the Year and Sixth Man. Like it's gonna be nuts. But like I've got that lineup. I've already won like 4 straight titles with this team. I've got a bunch.
You sound bored.
And that's the thing. I am bored with it. Like I got draft picks down the line and everything.
If you have a really good team, you have to set like rebuild goals for yourself. Do you like? I'm gonna do the Bill Russell challenge. You got 4 straight. All you need is 4 more, and then you need at it. Then after the 8 straight, you just need 3 in 5 years.
See, I just don't think like I don't think there's any end in sight in this team losing because Jordan's gonna be.
Then try to beat the Bill Russell challenge. Do 9-10 straight.
See, I feel like I can, but that's like it's just getting boring. Like the games aren't very competitive. I'm winning all the simulation games. Like,
well, you don't know how the progression is gonna go. You may be killing a lot of these players' progression because they're on this tag team.
That is kind of a thing, but like I learned from past games of like, yeah, don't like overstack your roster because it will. But at the same time, like if you're 10th best player is like 85 overall, you're doing pretty well there. And then you got like 3 guys in the 90s, like you're doing well. But like Jordan suffered a big injury last season, so he's kind of like leveled out. Same with Pippen. So like these guys have leveled out, but like Shaq's gonna progress easily because like I'll deal Smits at some point, and then Shaq will be like I'm loading up on draft picks. It is boring. That's why I went with the Mavericks team because they're a nice little they're a competitive team that'll make it a little bit difficult on me. But it gets boring if you just have all these draft picks and stuff. Like it's credit to me, I'm a great GM. The Lakers should hire me. But like. It's just wow, the eye roll there. I would make the Lakers competitive. I would 100% competitive.
Sure.
I mean, sure
you would.
I would trade Patrick Beverly.
Well, that would be one good move. I would.
Yeah, I don't even care what I get. Give me a box of donuts. Like that's fine with me. Give me a new trainer. So Anthony Davis stops getting hurt. I'll trade him for just a head trainer.
Don't talk bad about Gary Vitti. Gary Vitti has done great things for us. We gotta also review the Shaq documentary. If you haven't watched that already, I just finished that. It's a 4-part series, so it's easy to get through. 4 parts, an hour each. But really great, talking about Shaq's career, talking about his upbringing, his being raised by his stepfather, Sergeant Philip Harris, his relationship with his father. I think his name was Joe Tony. He was on Ricky Lake show at one point when he was like basically not talking to Shaq. He went on Ricky Lake and said, "Oh, I'm Shaq's real father." I didn't know. I don't remember any of that. I was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy." But yeah, it was great, and they interviewed Shaq, a lot of his family members. Shaq admitted that he hasn't been sleeping well since his sister and Kobe passed away in 2020. Like he said, "I have trouble sleeping." He was like, "I don't sleep anymore since my sister and Kobe passed away."
How much do you think Shaq got paid to do that documentary?
He got a bag. That's on HBO Max, my dude. That's HBO Max. It got the official HBO Sports documentary. And it wasn't even with the voice. It was with Shaq saying it. HBO Max documentary. But and then at the end, they just went over it. Like I think that I've just been numb to it because I kind of like I said, I watched the NBA from like when Shaq came in. Like Shaq was one of like the first players that stood out to me, breaking down the rim and stuff. So I didn't really realize how much stuff Shaq is on, how much stuff Shaq is a sponsor for, a representative of, he owns of, Papa John's, Krispy Kremes, ICI. I'm like, when they went through all the commercials and stuff, I'm like, and then his agents are talking about how much money he has been making since he retired from the league. Like, they didn't want to straight up say it, but I was like, it's quite obvious he's making more money now than he was
easily
in the NBA.
Easily.
Yeah, he's up there. Like, I don't think a lot of people talk about him enough. Like, we hear a lot about, Jordan and all this and all the stuff that he does and stuff. We hear about Magic Johnson and all the businesses and how he was a pioneer for a lot of these other players. And nowadays we hear of LeBron James and, on a production company, his shows and all his outside ventures while still being one of the top players in the NBA. I don't think a lot of people talk enough about how Shaq has become a face of American television because he's on so much commercials and represents so much products in America.
You pay Shaq enough, he'll promote anything. Just
No, he honestly, he talked about it. He was like, it's really not about the money. He was like, everything I do, he was like, I do it. And they showed footage of him at home, like wearing an Icy Hot. He was like, my back hurt, I wear Icy Hot. He was like, I've been eating Krispy Kremes all my life. I was like, I believe that, definitely.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
he was like Papa John's. He was like, I was eating a lot of pizza on the road. He was like, Papa John's, it was one of my favorites to go to. And then he started, so like, I think, yeah, there's probably a bunch of stuff that they will put a figure on there, but I do think there is a level of pride and integrity in what Shaq does that he at least has to like it a little bit to even take the meeting. I think that's how Shaq is.
Now Shaq is working the shit out of you, SV3. He's completely working you. Shaq's been in the wrestling business longer than he's been in the NBA. He is completely working you. This man don't give a shit about these products.
It's true. He has been in the wrestling business longer because they told a story about him and his family, how his stepfather used to tell him and his sisters and his brother, yo, if one of y'all get in a fight, all of y'all get in a fight. So they told a story about how the little brother got into this girl, like hit him, and then his sister came, got into the fight with the little girl, then the little girl's brothers came, he got in a fight with them, and then Shaq comes through, he throws the sister away. He was like, the sister he just threw it, like pulled her off of his sister, like boom, go over here. Then he said he grabbed the brother, and the sister telling the story. He was like, yeah, he used to watch a lot of wrestling, so he picks the brother up, and he cracks him on the back with a backbreaker, just like he saw on TV. I was like, yes, he's been in the business longer than he's been playing basketball.
He's a worker. He's working with this. Oh, love these products. Love the General Insurance. Terrible Shaq impression. Get your insurance from the General.
I'm the big Slaughter. I love my I love my General Insurance and
Shaq, pay Shaq enough, that man will hawk whatever you want him to hawk. Which I'm for. I'm not against this at all. Get the bag, Shaq. You already got a big bag, but get that bag bigger. All right? Get the bag bigger. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander hit a game winner last night at SP3. Did you see it?
No.
What do you mean no? You had to watch. You had to see the highlights.
Nope. Didn't care to. Not my team. He is on my fantasy basketball team, so I did.
Then you should care.
I did look at his stats. I looked at his stats. That's the only thing that matters to me.
Beautiful game winner by Shea. A little spin move on the baseline, little jumper, pure, wet, sent Damian Lillard home, waved bye-bye to him. Dame became the all-time Blazers leading scorer in the game. Took the L. Bless Damian Lillard. Shout out to Damian Lillard, who his little wave bye-bye after that 3 in the playoffs is the reason we got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. So appreciate you, Dame. I'm sure Lillard will make a shoe out of this game where he became the all-time leading scorer in a loss. That's what he did after he did the wave thing. Oh, congrats. You won a first-round series, Dame. Actually, I like Damian Lillard. I mean, sometimes I think he can be a little overrated by the rankings and whatnot, but as a person, I really like Damian Lillard. And the fact that he stuck with Portland and everything throughout all these years, he didn't run from the grind like that little bitch Kevin Durant. So I appreciate Damian Lillard.
I'm actually watching it live. I'm watching it right now. Baseline, fade away, boom. Okay, that was good.
Good
That
game
was nice.
winner.
That was a nice game winner.
Yeah.
He did the nice little Kobe move. That was a nice little Kobe baseline fadeaway.
Sure. It's the Shea.
Nah, that's the Kobe.
No.
Shay would even tell you that was the Kobe. He's a
probably
fan.
would, actually.
He's a fan. He's a fan.
Shea like hates Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, Shay is one of Shay is one of those representatives of this new generation of NBA players who are not like, you know, from the generation of NBA players that me and Jeremy, you know, grew up on, that, you know, idolize Michael Jordan. He's from the era that idolized Kobe Bryant. And now we're just a few years away from a generation that idolized LeBron James. And then we're going to go even further, and it's going to be ridiculous. I don't know who the next player is going to be as far as the mantle. All I know is that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in the league right now, and the Bucks are looking like the best team in the league and looking like the best prediction on our preseason prediction was myself and the good brother Nick Harrison, who predicted the Bucks to win these.
A lot of time left in the season. Still have the whole playoffs. I didn't realize Joe Ingles was on the Bucks because he was hurt and everything. Yeah. He was hurt at the end of last season. I remember Utah like traded him because he was injured so they could get a little cap relief and try to like load up for the run last year. I don't even think they made a good trade when they traded Ingles. But I didn't know he was on the Bucks. I don't think he played well last night, but he's coming off the ACL, so it's not like, oh, you're expecting him to be great in his first game back. If he can give them like anything, that's a good pickup. Like Ingles can shoot. He's always been a really good shooter. What's his career 3-point percentage? Look that up.
I think he's he has to be like over 36, 37%.
Yeah, easily. Yeah. Easily over 30. Like he's older, again, coming off.
That is a good shout by Luis. Millennial Dan Marley. That's a great shout. Great shout right there.
He's a career 40% 3-point shooter. So yeah, look, he's 35. He's older, coming off an ACL. I don't expect like a ton from him. He only shot 35% or 34% last year from three. So a little down year last year. But like if he can give them anything, if he can shoot 35, 36% from three, he's a smart player, high basketball IQ. So he'll make the right pass and everything. Defensively, he's probably going to get torched a little more than he did in his prime seasons, but it's a nice little pickup that they got there. And maybe you can trade him for something, for an actual guy who can like stay on the court if it doesn't quite work out, because he's a veteran guy as well. So I like that. It's a nice little move for Milwaukee if he can just give them like anything. He went 0 for 4 last night, but give him some time to work himself into the lineup.
Since we are talking about the Eastern Conference now, I'm going to give Jeremy the floor to talk about how wrong he was about the Brooklyn Nets.
I don't think I was that wrong. Nick was burying them. Nick was like not a playoff team. Nick was the one who was completely burying them. I thought they were a playoff
9 out of
team.
10. Kyrie Irving, 26 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 49% from the field. My man Kyrie is playing well.
They're playing really well. They're staying out of drama outside of Ben Simmons fucking people.
Don't get me started on Ben Simmons, man. This man used to be an all-star, ladies and gentlemen. He's averaging 8 points per game.
Triple single.
Yeah, he's averaging 8.7 rebounds, 6 assists. So he's filling up a stat sheet, but damn, he was supposed to be the third option.
I don't think they expected him to be like this 15 point per game score. I legitimately think they were just like, hey, be Draymond. Like if you're Draymond,
this is true.
Cool.
This is true. Yeah, it is. It is a kind of an indictment against Steve Nash, how well they've been playing.
We are not going to slander Steve Nash.
It is, though. He's not a good coach. It's okay. Some players don't make great coaches. It's okay.
We're not slandering Steve Nash.
You can admit that despite being a Steve Nash fan. You're a fan of Steve Nash, the player. Are you a fan of Steve Nash, coach? I don't know anyone that's a fan that just became a fan of Steve Nash because of his coaching. So that would make
They're
him,
haters.
he would not be a good, he did not make a good transition from player to coach.
I would like to see Steve Nash in a stable environment. Like, that's what I would like to see.
I would like to see Steve Nash create a stable environment, but we haven't seen that.
I don't know if he could create a stable environment when everybody's getting traded after, James Harden wants out. Kyrie's doing Kyrie things. Kevin Durant is throwing
Kyrie
is
a human being who makes choices. He makes choices.
Is that what he's doing? Is he
Yes.
he's making wrong choices. He's saying dumb shit.
Choices. I didn't say if they were wrong or right. I just said he making choices.
He's saying dumb things. Can't be doing that. Can't be saying. Oh, I apologize for my language, by the way. Can't say things like that. Me and Kyrie, all right? Me and Kyrie. I only cursed. I shouldn't curse. Don't curse on this show, SB3.
I'll try not to.
All right.
I barely curse. I think if they counted our curse rate, you would be much higher than me.
Probably. This is where I let all my curses out. You know how it is with kids. Like, you gotta watch your language around them. So you get on these shows, you just go crazy.
Exactly.
With these words.
And I also do other shows where I know they don't want me to curse as much. So if I'm on True Hill Heat or here, I sometimes let them out.
Yeah, we got kids might be watching though.
SV3,
so we gotta watch our language.
Which kid would one be watching Fightful Overbooked and getting analysis on a lot of wrestling, and then then be watching the niche show on this channel that talks about everything other than wrestling?
I'll send you a photo here in a second. I'll DM you a photo. Anything else from the world of the basketball, the world of the NBA? Do you want to try to rip me for another preseason prediction, like the Nets or anything like that?
I'll rip myself. The Knicks are playing very, very well right now.
The Knicks are playing well, surprisingly.
Yeah, I watched that game. I forgot who was with. I just remember Brunson crossing them up, hitting the corner three. I was like, all right, Knicks. All right, y'all looking good. The Knicks have won 8 of the last 10. They're on a winning streak tonight. Tonight they face the Warriors. No, yeah. Tonight they
Steph is out. We have not talked about Steph being hurt.
Yes, the Warriors, man.
They won their last game though. They won the last game. You know who's bad? SB3, and I didn't think they would be this bad. 2 teams actually. I kind of thought one of these teams would not be good, and that's the Chicago Bulls. They aren't good. They're not good at all. And then the Toronto Raptors are not playing good either. I'm very surprised that the Raptors are as bad as they are. I don't know what the Bulls or the Raptors do. They got trade pieces. They got an Anunoby. I don't know if they're going to trade him. They got Siakam. He's a guy that has a lot of value who could trade. The Bulls have guys like Levine, DeRozan, Caruso's a great role player for a championship level team. So these teams got trade pieces. Do you think either of them decide they're going to blow it up?
If I was the Bulls, I would. I mean, like, you got Lonzo injured. You're not playing well. You just got smacked the other night ridiculously, and I don't think there's no end in sight as far as the Bulls not being a very good basketball team. They just aren't a very good constructed team. They have a key injury to one of their top players. They're 11-18 right now. They've lost 7 of their last 10. If they're playing the Heat tonight, maybe they can win that one. But yeah, it's time to blow it up. Get some draft picks, get some draft capital, start stocking up. That's what it's about time for, especially with the players that you have. I think Zach LaVine has kind of hit his ceiling. He is what he is going to be. He's a good scorer, but other than that, I don't know. Like you said, DeRozan would be a person that I think a lot of teams, especially teams on the cusp of being good or teams that are in playoff contention, would call him up. I know the Dallas Mavericks should be the first team that calls him up and tries to give them a package, because that I think that would be the best fit for both them as well as DeRozan. But there's going to be a bunch of teams that give them a call. But yeah, I would say the Bulls out of all those teams is the team that kind of has to start making some moves, start making some calls.
Where do you see an ideal fit for Zach? Don't say the Lakers either. Where's an ideal fit for Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan? Don't say the Lakers.
Ideal fit for Zach LaVine. So I doubt that the Bulls would want to go in conference for a lot of their main players, as far as like LaVine, DeRozan. If I'm a Zach LaVine, yeah, I think it would be a toss-up, honestly. Whoever they can create the best package for. I think the Dallas Mavericks is a perfect fit for either of those teams. I could see Luka playing very well with a Zach LaVine, having another scorer for him to rely on, another shooter that he could pass out to out of double teams. And DeRozan, he's a guy that can control the ball, and maybe Luka can play without the ball and come off some screens and get some open looks.
See, I pitched DeRozan to the Mavericks. I don't know if it was this show. Don't know if it's a conversation with my buddy Samer, but I'm pretty sure I actually said it on.
Yeah, I think you said it on here.
Yeah, so I really like that. If you go LaVine, either one, the concept is still the same. You get that second score that the Mavericks desperately need with Luka out. Ryan Smith says DeMar in Denver. That'd be nice. I don't know who Denver gives up.
Yeah,
Denver.
I think they're kind of set on their key players. They would have to give up like Porter Jr. or someone along those lines, and I don't think they want to do that, especially with them playing very well this season. I think, in my opinion, you know me, guys, I don't like Nikola Jokic and all his stolen MVPs, but I will admit that the Nuggets have been one of the more consistent teams in the West this season, so I don't think that's a good move for them. But Sacramento is that team that's kind of, you got to look at those teams that are in the middle and not playing well, not playing consistent. A Portland Trailblazers is the one that for Zach LaVine, I think would be a nice little fit, where he could play kind of the CJ McCollum role next to Dame Lillard.
I think DeRozan is more valuable than LaVine.
Yes.
Because LaVine, it's like almost pure scoring, and I question LaVine's just like fit, because it seems like he very much just like wants to get his shots up and everything. DeRozan, I think, is more like, all right, he's obviously going to have his mid-range shots and everything. Better playmaker though. It seems like he's more willing to sacrifice than I feel LaVine would be willing to sacrifice. I'm looking at these teams. Miami's always in the mix to make some type of like splashy move,
but they never do. That's why I didn't even. They were one of the first teams that had thought of when you asked that question of DeRozan and LaVine, and I feel like Miami is another place where either one of those guys, more LaVine than DeRozan, would be a nice little fit there, because he can play the 2-guard spot next to Jimmy playing the 3. Whereas I feel like DeRozan is basically like he plays kind of the same game as Jimmy Butler. I don't think that would be a good fit, but you get LaVine in there kind of to spread the floor. I think that would be a better fit for Miami if they wanted to get in the mix, but they never do. They never make any of those move when any of those teams are brought up and they're in the conversation.
So I'm looking at contract situation, because I have a trade to throw at you, but it's going to be largely dependent on when guys are out of their contracts and stuff. So LaVine, he's not a free agent until 2027. So he's got a lot of time left on his contract. And then the other guy I was looking at is D'Angelo Russell. So it would be LaVine for Russell as the framework. You probably got to throw in some other guys, throw in some picks, whatever it might be. But this would largely just be contract stuff of, all right, well, okay, so he's a free agent. Russell is after this season. So look, D'Angelo Russell does not make you better if you're the Chicago Bulls. But what it does do if you're the Chicago Bulls is it gets you off of this Zach LaVine contract, who isn't a free agent until 2027. You have D'Angelo Russell. Maybe you get I don't know if the Timberwolves even have any first round picks left at this point after the Gobert trade. But maybe you can get a young player, some type of draft compensation there as well. But the real point of this is instead of being locked into LaVine long term, we have money now that we can use in this upcoming offseason or just in off seasons in the future instead of paying Zach LaVine a bunch of money when we're not winning anything with Zach LaVine. So that's my framework deal of Russell for LaVine.
Only reason I didn't bring up the Minnesota Timberwolves is I don't think they would be interested in Zach LaVine. One, because he has a history over there. They had a past over there. We don't know how, things were left.
I feel like there was a lot of Tibbs stuff, though.
There was a lot of Tibbs stuff, but you don't know how the organization feels.
True.
And two, more importantly, I don't think he's a good fit for the team right now. Maybe he could play the 1, maybe he could play the 3 next to Anthony Edwards, but I feel like their games are very similar. It's another thing, like I said, with DeRozan on a Miami Heat, where I don't think that would work because I feel like him and Jimmy Butler are kind of the same player or play the same game. Different levels to it, but they play the same game. I think that it's the same thing with Anthony Edwards and Zach LaVine, except that Zach LaVine doesn't have the potential to grow into, an all-star, superstar level player like Anthony Edwards does. And I think that playing next to Zach LaVine may either give him bad traits, as we've seen in the past. I always go back to Carmelo Anthony playing with Allen Iverson in his first couple of years. It scarred him for the rest of his career. I don't want to do that to Anthony Edwards as far as playing with Zach LaVine.
I think it's being done to Anthony Edwards right now, playing with Gobert, who can't catch an entry pass or, can't catch anything off the pick and roll. I'm throwing it out there because
you're trying to make Gobert in that deal too. They're gonna
no, they're keeping Gobert. No, they're keeping Gobert. I'm throwing it out there because I'm looking at the league and I'm just thinking I don't know if any of these teams are willing to part with any. Do the Wizards try to go in and trade Kuzma and a bunch of other extra pieces and go with a Beal and LaVine duo, a Beal and DeRozan duo? That team still doesn't feel good enough to make any type of impact in the East. I just don't know what these other teams might be. The Hawks, do the Hawks try to? They've already got 2 guards though. They don't need a Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan. They're trying to trade John Collins. They've been trying to trade him for about a decade now. He is somebody who has value, I think. But did they try to make that move? I'm looking at these other teams and I'm like, Philly's not sacrificing Harden, Maxey, or Embiid, so they're kind of out of it. Brooklyn, they don't have any. They're not sacrificing Durant or Kyrie, and I don't think Simmons is a good enough return for that. Cleveland's not sacrificing anybody. Boston, Milwaukee, I don't think the Knicks are blowing up Brunson, Randall, and Barrett. I just don't know if there's anything out there right now that these teams are going to be willing to give up. Because 1, you got to give up picks, prospects. 2, you got to make the money work. And the money's the biggest thing because LaVine and DeRozan are on big time contracts. So that makes it difficult to make the money work. That's why I threw out D'Angelo Russell of look, is this a great trade for the Bulls? No, but you're sacrificing paying LaVine for the next 5 years over paying D'Angelo Russell out the rest of the season and then trying to move on with the next iteration of your franchise.
Well, Collins got the extension already, didn't he?
John Collins?
Yeah, as far as the Atlanta Hawks, did he get
maybe? But they're still trying to trade him. They're still trying to trade him.
Yeah, I know they're still trying to trade him, but I feel like that would probably be the best option out of all the teams that you went through. Yeah, you have Hunter, but Hunter, I feel like he can play off the bench, and a lot of time he's been starting this season, and he's been probably his most consistent. But he's most of his career, he's come off the bench for Atlanta. So if you wanted to have DeRozan play the 3 for them and make that trade, I think that might be probably the only option that I can see that works for both Atlanta and Chicago. And if as far as those Chicago trades with any of those Eastern Conference teams.
Luis says Mo Bamba and Fultz for Orlando. Does Orlando want to make that move? I don't know where
they want to get off.
Like,
they want to get off Mamba. I don't know. I know a lot of people have said that they want to trade Fultz, but I don't know if that's the best trade for them as far as getting a contract like DeRozan or Levine.
Yeah,
you got 2 more years after this season with both of those contracts.
Orlando's been competitive. Like,
yeah,
they'd won like 6 straight before they threw up against themselves against Atlanta last night. But they beat Boston twice. Like, they've been competitive. So do they see, okay, Zach LaVine is going to, put us over the top here and make us a play-in team? I don't know, because I'd still build.
I don't know why you would. Like, if you're gonna make that trade, you're gonna fill in probably maybe a spot that you need to have fill. And as far as like guards on the Orlando Magic got a plethora of guards. The only reason they would want to trade Fultz is because they have so many guards.
Yeah, but their guards aren't great. Like, no. Bancaro and Wagner are their 2 forwards. They're great. Like, Cole Anthony, like, he's fine, but they could probably use it. They could use an upgrade for the guard position. Jalen Suggs, he's young. He's still got a lot of time to improve and everything. Fultz, Gary Harris, Terrence Ross, they're older. I'm not mad at that Bamba and Fultz for LaVine trade. I don't know if that's the best deal for Chicago, if that's something they'd be interested in. And I don't know if Orlando is like going to be willing to commit to that, because they're trying to build around Bancaro and Wagner. Like, is LaVine the guy you want to bring in to that combination?
Yeah. Yeah. So how well would he play with a Bancaro, who kind of seems like he needs the ball? So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I like Franz Wagner. I got him on my fantasy team. He just fills up the stat sheet. Love him.
He's good. It's not the worst idea, that trade. I'm not super mad at it. It's just a matter of if Orlando feels, this is a deal we want to make to try to make a push for a play-in spot this year, or if we want to try to ride it out and basically rebuild again for another year. Like, the Hornets want to give up pieces in there. I mean, they'd have to give up Hayward in that contract. When's Hayward contract end? I feel like he's signed for another 5 years just because they handed him all that money in that long-term contract. Terry Rozier, they got a lot of money tied up to guys who aren't very good.
This is true.
Now,
Hornets may want to make a move too. Yeah, because
Hayward's contract is up in 2024, so it'd be another year that would be delayed for the Bulls. So, I mean, I wouldn't rule out the Hornets just doing something, because they made the play-in, and then they've been disappointing in the play-in. Everybody's hurt. That roster's kind of a mess. Maybe they just take a shot at it. But this is largely the Bulls. Largely the Bulls of deciding, hey, we're gonna blow this up. And I told you, never believe in Billy Donovan. I told you when he got hired. I told everybody when he got hired, this isn't gonna work out. I don't think.
I had them as a play-in team, if I remember correctly, during our prediction. So I was generous in that. But
see, Luis says LaVine is best as a third option shooter. I'm not disagreeing with that. I think Zach LaVine disagrees with that.
Exactly. And Zach LaVine does not believe that.
Yeah, I think that's where the issue comes. Zach LaVine does not think he's best as a third option shooter.
And as far as the Dallas Mavericks feel like they are like the biggest candidate of anyone that's on the cusp of being in a title contender status that needs that one trade to push them to the next level. You already have an MVP candidate, but he's your only guy. You need someone next to him. And if they can get someone next to him and still keep Christian Wood, that's the most ideal scenario for them.
Christian Wood's awful on defense.
He is, but he's a good scorer off the bench.
He is. Yeah, well, Dallas, I feel like really does need to make a move. I've invited our pal, Cher Delaware. We're going to look at her match DMs here in a second when she comes on.
Are we gonna talk any challenge this week?
Yeah,
I need to rant. Rant.
Once Cher comes on, do you want to start your rant now before she gets here?
MTV. Right, so I hope someone from MTV is watching, but lay down the what's going on.
All right, so last week, they blew up the teams, they had the draft and everything, and then this week they had their first episode where it was team and team. It was basically this was a big ad for the new Puss in Boots movie, and they were basically jousting, wrestling on top of a giant beam, and they pushed into the water. Fessy's team won because Fessy has all the strength people on their team. This very much played into their strengths, so easy win for Fessy's team. And then they got to pick who goes down. They picked Horacio. Devin pulled so there's only 4 guys, so it's like everybody's just kind of up for elimination here. They picked Horacio. He goes down again. Devin pulled the safe thing. He ended up saving Jordan because he's smart. And then Kenny ended up being the lone man out, and it became a rec room situation in the elimination where you had to break through these walls using you use your hands. Then there was another wall that you had to use like an axe to get through, and then another wall where you had to use like bolt cutters. And you break through the walls and everything. Horacio won. Kenny goes home, and then the big twist at the end is it's ride or dies. So Kenny is not actually sent home yet. He is still in the game as long as his ride or die, Casey, is still in the game. Before you get on your rant, SB3, I saw a twist coming. I saw something like this coming because it just made sense that you would still be connected to your ride or die, right? Here is what they should have done and how they should have played it. And it shouldn't have been a twist. It should have been known from the start, because I think then this politicking would have been much, much greater. Whoever goes into the elimination, if you lose, your ride or die gets sent home.
Bloodlines. That was season 27. That's what I thought it was going to be. And then we wouldn't even have heard Kenny be an option for Team Fessy, because they would have known Casey is connected.
Yeah. But if you were team Olivia, that's who's Fessy's partner, not Olivia. Mariah. Sorry. If you're team Mariah, you're like, yeah, let's throw Kenny in there, because if he gets eliminated, then Casey goes home. That's what it should have been, because that is how you can pit these two sides against each other and really have some politics and decision making on the hands. Instead, it was very sure, Kenny's still around, because who needs Kenny? This guy hasn't been visible all season. You've got the couch team. Is that what you call it?
Team furniture.
Team furniture.
They just the furniture, man. You knew Kenny was going into the elimination because he had 3 confessionals before we even got to an interrogation. That is his record high, ladies and gentlemen, being on this show. He is one of the worst casting members that they have ever had on the Challenge MTV. I'm letting you know, this was the worst decision ever. And then I watched an hour of this damn show to find out no one's eliminated. Nothing happened. Basically, this whole episode was a wash. That one half of Team Furniture, the furniture in Team Furniture, he gets to get a bye basically to the final, because we know Casey's not going into an elimination. Like, are we gonna try to play around with this or put a little mystery and act like Casey is gonna go into elimination? We all know Casey is not. So that means Kenny, Team Furniture, gets a bye to the finals, basically. That is insane. That is unfathomable. And then in reverse, when we go to the female eliminations, Anissa can get eliminated next week, And we know she's just gonna get a bye to the last round because one, even if Jordan goes in, he's gonna beat everybody. Like, oh my God. And just overall, this whole season just got messed up last week. Like, I know I said it last week, but I emphasize it this week with the way they are doing this elimination. We are just wasting time. We are literally going to go, Jeremy, 5 to 6 episodes without a single person actually going home. What are we watching? What are we watching then? The whole point of the challenge, you said it yourself, your favorite part of the challenge is the eliminations. Eliminations don't matter for like weeks now. Like, oh my God, they totally broke the challenge. They did it on a season after 3 consecutive seasons of below average challenges. Total Madness, in retrospect, was actually pretty good in living in the moment and experiencing it. Everyone agreed it was not a very good season. Then Double Agents, going back, it's not even good going back to it. It's just like long, drawn out season for no reason. And then Spies, Lies, and Allies is one of the worst seasons in challenge history. And then finally you get to this season, and there was a lot of good things where you had Bananas coming back. You had Jordan coming back. Overall, I'm just looking at this season and then thinking about past seasons. In every season, they have kind of set up like a babyface and heel, a rivalry of some kind. Like I go back to what we said before, Bloodlines. Bananas was the top heel, and you had the underdog babyface of Kara trying to overcome him. You go to Double Agents. You had Devin, in my opinion, he was the babyface against Team Big Brother. You had that just 2 seasons ago. Now we come after Spies, Lies, and Allies, one of the worst seasons ever, where we had this little vacation alliance of all the veterans, and they just took care of all the rookies, and no one was really that likable other than CT, because they really didn't focus on CT until he just won the damn thing, because no one thought about eliminating him. Then we turn to this season, and all the people you may have liked, they are not good people. Like, the best babyface they have on this show is Jordan, and he is literally gaslighting his fiance. You got Johnny Bananas. He's one of the ghosts of the whole challenge. This man hasn't even tried this season in a daily. Like, he hasn't been in no elimination. This man doesn't even try. Who are the people supposed to cheer for on this season? They have totally broke this whole season, and now I don't even have anyone to cheer for. I'm just booing and shaking my head at everyone. You had Jay and Michelle. They're like, oh, we're gonna go after the big dogs. You like that type of drama, that type of creation. They do the dumbest moves ever when they get power, and now they're gone. You got Nelson, always a popular face. He's the dumb goof we always cheer for. What does he do? What does he do when he finally gets power after 54 dailies lost? He finally wins one and gets power. He does the dumbest moves ever. Back-to-back weeks in power, and then when he's not in power, he chooses the guy that stabbed him in the back over the girl that's been giving him some buns for the last couple of weeks. Who are the baby faces? Who are the baby faces, MTV?
It's not always about baby faces and heels, SP3. Sometimes people are just making decisions in life, and you decide who you want to root for. World of shades of gray. This man said he chose the man who stabbed him in the back over the girl who was giving him some buns. I'm with you. I'm completely with you. The moment they broke up Nani and Bananas, I'm like, this was the story to follow. And it's like, now it seems like they're going to be fine because they're just going to be in the final anyway. But why even do this? You're right. Eliminations don't matter now because they're going to take out the weak person on one team, but that's a strong person on another team who's not being taken out. So no team is actually going to get eliminated here. It's very stupid.
Cher, I can already tell who the final like 4 or 5 teams are going to be. I can already tell. If I can do that already, that's not good. It's not a good thing for the season.
All these teams are just going to end up making the finals because nobody's just going to get eliminated
No,
on these teams.
I think either Horatio and Olivia, Nelson and Aris, and Fussell and Mariah. Those are the teams that I could see getting eliminated.
Don't sleep on Devin and Tori getting eliminated.
I sleep on it. I don't see it because Jordan's not going to vote for Tori. Despite all their drama between each other, he's not going to vote for Tori on the other team, and neither is Devin. So
maybe. Could be right. I don't trust them in an elimination. That's the biggest thing. I just don't trust those two in an elimination.
Oh, if they're back together and they're in elimination, yeah, they have a chance to go home. But I'm talking about in this whole.
But they're running out of options of who you're going to vote for. There's only 3 guys left on that team. If they lose the next challenge,
they're going to vote for Horatio every time.
Yeah, but if Devin doesn't pull the safe dagger, then he's in.
I mean, if it's Horacio's a puzzle, I'll take Devin in a puzzle over Horatio.
Yeah. Horacio's been good in eliminations. I mean, he's had a lot of help.
He's about
to challenges.
He's 1 win away from setting the record for a male competitor in eliminations. He would tie Wes in Fresh Meat 1 for 5 elimination wins in 1 season.
Cher Delaware is here. She's in the salon. Says, "Hello, I'm in the salon." That's her name now. How are you, Cher? You just looks like a thumbs up. There you go. All right. I think we're just gonna have to take visual cues from Cher. I don't know if she's actually going to speak as she's getting her hair did.
I mean, I just had myself muted.
Okay. Yeah, I can tell when you mute and unmute and everything. Well, do you want to say anything about the challenge, or do you want to move on to reading about your dating life? All right, challenge bad. There we go. All right, SB3, you're going to have to give some visual cue. You're going to have to tell me what her visual cues are. This is like a challenge in and of ourselves. We have a 3-team here. We got to work. We got to do good communication because I'm going to be in a different tab looking at Cher's dating DMs and reading these out. So to quickly recap, if you missed last week, we signed up Cher for a dating website, match.com. We used her real name of Cher Delaware. We did not use her real location. Maybe we did. We clicked on some guys that we thought Cher Delaware would like. And then
she's a quarter black.
She's a quarter black. What else did we have? What was Cher into? She was into like some.
She was looking to improve on her robotics.
Yeah, improve on her robotics. That's very true. Let me tweet this out. Let's see how many people are interested in hearing about Cher's DMs.
I have gotten so many emails that I have DMs and matches, and I am terrified to see what they say.
I very much look forward to this.
Yes.
I assume I have this saved. Match.com. I'm not gonna put it on screen. We're not gonna out these guys. We kind of already did that a little bit when we were doing the likes and everything. You have 2 matches, Cher. I don't know how this works. Okay.
2 matches means that 2 of the people that you guys clicked yes on me, but we only clicked yes on like 5 people.
Okay. There we go.
Right. All right. So James, if we remember James, he's does anybody remember James? I just clicked his profile.
Do you think that any of us remember what these people look like?
He's a math teacher. He likes a night at home. He's gotten better at cooking. On Saturday afternoon, you will find him running on the San Clemente Beach Trail. He seems like a nice guy.
Imagine a day and the sun is rising and y'all are walking up to Santa Vigo.
He messaged and he said, "Hey, what's up? How long have you worked in MFT?"
Okay, we're not messaging back, so go to the next person.
Wow!
MFT?
Marriage and family therapy, because you guys put I was a marriage and family therapist. No, you can't actually catfish these people. You can't message them back.
That's fair. All right. We can say hi.
Look at Cher being a div to you as you were about to
I can't.
Respond.
I can't pick the next message because we have to pay. I'm not paying. I can't see what Joe had to say.
I thought you picked a free website. I'm not paying.
I thought it was a free website.
I thought like Match you could do. Look, I've been on Match. I met the first wife on Match. That did not go well, so clearly the website sucks. But I've been on Match. I thought I knew how it worked. Clearly, it has changed over the past 6 years, and now you have to pay for this stuff.
How much is it wanting you to pay? Maybe I can get Jimmy to write it off.
Way too much. $23 per month? Absolutely not.
$23 a month? That's insane.
Yeah,
I've never met a man that's worth $23 a month.
That's only for the standard. Wait, okay, wait. That's the premium plan. What's the standard? The standard is more. How's the standard more?
How's the standard more than the premium?
What?
But they do
Are you sure you know how to read?
No, probably not. I'm in preschool. All right. Okay. 6 months on the standard plan. Okay. I was looking at 6 months compared to 12. Okay. Sorry. 12 months. 12 months on the premium plan is $23 a month. 12 months on the standard plan is $21 a month. Still.
Okay, but they want you to pay for all 12 months at once. That's why they say it that way.
Yeah, you can do 3 months. If you do 3 months, it is $34 a month. It's outrageous.
You should have. I told you should have done farmersonly.com.
Well, let's do farmers only then.
Well, why don't you look up what the actual free dating website is?
Yeah, put free dating website.
Best free dating websites. Well, Match.com for the second time in my life has failed me.
Oh Jesus. Match, you're not getting the rave reviews from us here at FMC.
No, can we leave a review? Leave a review on Match. Like, you are awful.
Can we go on like Yelp or something? Can we go on like Yelp?
Yelp
and talk about Match.com on Yelp.
I don't think. Oh, I thought you meant like go to Yelp for a dating website. I was like, I don't think that's what Yelp is for.
No. Or go to Reddit and make a thread.
Zeusk. What is Zeusk?
I've never heard of that, but I don't know anything about dating websites.
Based on SanFranciscoGate.com, Zeusk is the best online dating site overall.
I've never heard of it, so is that true?
I don't know. Zeusk has been offering.
I look like Cindy Lou Who.
It's the most popular one. What sets Zeusk apart for the online dating is the sheer number of options. Oh, okay.
There we go. Options is always good.
I'm saying, like, do we need to pay to like message people? Oh, you'll have to upgrade to send to a subscription to send. I don't want to send like messages though. We just want to.
We want to read messages.
Yeah, we just want to like read messages.
At this point, you may just be better off with like Tinder.
I don't know how we can't use Tinder's not a website. It's a phone.
Is it?
It's an app, I think.
Yeah.
Go to Bumble.
Yeah, Bumble. But then I have to message them first.
That is
true. Affordable. We're not signing up for any of this. Sheer number of options feel overwhelming. Oh, that's not a con.
Ask the chat if anyone wants to pay for it.
How much does Zeusk cost? Where can I see? I don't want.
I think we got a bot in the chat.
Yeah, I just clicked on the chat and saw that.
That's probably not great. Get rid of that. All right. Yeah, we did broad. Sure. All right, let's see what we can do. Pay for Zeusk. All right. What a stupid name, by the way.
Zeusk.
It's
like Zeus, but with a K.
I figure it's Zoosk.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, it's Zoosk.
Isn't that? Didn't that used to be like a game on Facebook and stuff? I don't know.
No idea. Zoosk is only $10 per month if you sign up for 12 months, which is insane.
That's
we don't
still
need to sign up.
$120.
Like, for real, I'm done. Like, what? Do they not have free dating websites now?
1 month is $30.
No.
It's way too much. Why?
What about eHarmony?
Fallout fail. eHarmony.
Payment. I feel like eHarmony cost.
Thank you.
All right.
Please comment in the live chat. 3 dating websites for us to sign Cher up for, and we can read messages for free.
Premium. The wife is saying plenty of fish. I thought that was.
Oh
free.
yeah, thought that was done.
I don't know if that's still. What do you get if you sign up for eHarmony? Okay. Benefits for free, unlimited matches, use of all the communication tools, limited messaging for free. So unlimited messaging for if you pay. All right. What about plenty of fish? Why is dating so difficult in 2020?
I know. What is going on?
I'm trying to think of what other ones there are.
Let's see. Cher, I'm sending you a DM right fast. If you can, you might have to. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, we're Chris. We're looking for one that we can do on the computer, not on the phone. I think Bumble is another one that we have to do on the phone. Also, Cher would have to message the guys first.
We could use some really good pickup lines though.
That is true. That is true. Like the best pickup line wins. And that's what we say to the guys that we
or
match
just
with.
send them like random things, like would you rather be a giraffe or a walrus, and then see how fast they unmatch.
Plenty of fish
Are you comfortable wearing a bear costume?
$20. Plenty of fish is $20 a month for 1 month.
What? Are you kidding me? I think we should go with the Bumble plan now.
Might have
with
our
best pickup lines.
Bumble doesn't sound
the
like the
wife
worst
just messaged me and said, "You're in the salon."
It's factual. It literally says that on the screen.
Literally everybody that we can message, we could just be like Brett or Sean.
Yeah, Brett or Sean.
Oh, that's a good first message.
Who is the greatest wrestler of all time? And if you don't say Bryan Danielson, unmatch right now.
Bucks or FTR. Just random choices.
And like not even give last names, just Brett or Sean.
Bucks FTR.
Who are they, like Brett Michaels or Sean? I don't know, like
Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes, yeah.
Sean Penn? Oh, why are you spelling it that way?
Cher, this is not my doing, and I'm sorry.
Hi guys.
Oh, look at who it is.
See, Kermie heard that you guys were looking for me a boyfriend, so he showed up.
Well, no. So here's why I showed up. As someone who you've broken up with on Thanksgiving, I thought that it would only be appropriate that I give the world some insight to your dating likeness. And if we could fill out that profile, that would make you more, what's the right word? Well-rounded. And I think that would help you attract a better mate.
Cher, if you would like me to boot him,
no, this
please just give me like a thumbs up, and I will boot him for you.
This would be fun.
Oh no, I definitely want to take dating advice from John Alba.
Yeah, who better? I mean, my resume is outstanding. I had
that's like when people come to me for marriage advice.
My resume is outstanding. Years of emotional trauma. I dated a Miss Massachusetts, so that was kind of cool for a hot second, you know.
Is she the one who wanted to use your Emmy?
No.
Whoa! What does she want to use your Emmy for?
Oh, SP3 hasn't listened to Wives
You
of
got to
Wrestling.
listen to the Wives of Wrestling podcast.
Okay.
SP3.
Okay, that's a good story. Okay, Cher, let's talk about Cher Delaware, Dr. Delaware, if you will.
I sent it in the chat, SP3.
Yeah. Dr. Delaware. So, Cher is definitely the type who she will say that she is like craving a beverage. So, and I don't mean like an alcoholic beverage. I mean like, go get me.
He's
Dr.
talking
Pepper.
about Dr. Pepper.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be Dr. Pepper. It could be Dr. Pepper. It could be like the pink drink from Starbucks, and she'll get like the biggest type, or one of those like those dragon fruit juices kind of things.
Tranta,
Okay.
yes.
There you go. We'll get the biggest type and be like, I can't wait to down this, and then takes 3 sips and doesn't touch it for the rest of the day. She's laughing because she knows it's true. Okay. This is the type of person that you are literally and proverbially getting in bed with here.
When I went to leave my hotel in Winston-Salem, I had 4 half-drink bottles of Dr. Pepper.
There we go. Let's see what else.
My
Dr.
mother is calling me. Let me see if my mom wants to give you dating advice, Cher.
What is the show turned into?
I don't know. Hey.
Hey, I know you're doing the show. I wanted to call in. And
See, she literally knows we're doing the show and wanted to call in.
Pop!
Hey, SP3.
Mom says hi,
Hey.
SP3.
Hey, Mom.
I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And I hope everybody has a great new year.
Do you have dating advice for Cher Delaware?
Don't date.
She seems to approve that advice.
That's the advice I already use.
Yeah, she gave a thumbs up for that advice.
Oh, hey, sweetie.
She just waved. She's in the salon.
She's in the salon?
Yeah, she's in the salon.
Oh, I'm getting my hair cut this afternoon. I'll have to send you pictures so you can send it to her.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mother.
Merry Christmas,
All right, I love
Mom.
everybody, and y'all have a good year, and hope you get everything you want, unless you've been bad.
Thank you, Mom.
All right. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
My mother is watching the show and just decided I'm going to call in and do a run in as well. Bless my mom.
Another thing about Cher Delaware, big fan of white noise. Big fan of white noise.
It's a good move.
Like
I like to have my room sound like there is a tornado coming through when I
it's
sleep.
true. It's true. Like we're talking like full on Amazon is being destroyed by construction workers type of level of noise. Okay. Like that's what we're talking about here. Let's see. What else? And all of this is strictly based off assumption, by the way.
Just assumption. Yes.
Let's see. Cher Delaware is the type of person that says she is absolutely starving. Absolutely starving. You go to order whatever it is, 8 out of 10 times Cajun chicken pasta, and then about 3 bites are taken. And then it becomes, I am bloated. And yeah, so that's something you need to be prepared for. She's laughing because she knows it's true. And she's trying to tell this to her hairdresser.
Oh yeah, I said this has just turned into them shit talking me.
No, it's not. This is not shit talking. This is called reality of wrestling. Okay.
That's a Booker T.
Who invited you?
Have I heard that before? But listen, here, you can turn this around on me. You can roast me. I don't care. It's
But I'm too nice. I would never do such a thing.
No, yeah, you're totally. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Cher does love Mary-Kate and Ashley. That is a fact.
Who doesn't?
There's a lot of people that don't, Jeremy.
Haters.
Do you see what's
SP3?
I like the other sister better. I like Scarlet Witch.
Oh, that looks good. Cher.
WandaVision.
It does look good. Cher, what do you think about that? He says that he stands Elizabeth more than MKA.
Well, I doubt that SP3 grew up on Mary-Kate and Ashley, to be fair.
Oh no, I did. definitely did. I've watched It Takes Two plenty of times. That's my favorite Mary-Kate and Ashley film. But I prefer I like the other sister. Just me.
Okay, so Cher, give us insight here for dating. What would be your ideal Mary-Kate and Ashley date night? What movie are you watching with your date?
Your favorite, How the West Was Fun.
How the West Was Fun is brutal. Brutal. Jeremy, any insight? Any thoughts here?
I mean, I have not seen How the West Was Fun in forever. I'm going with New York Minute. Like, that's just a classic.
New York Minute's creepy. It's creepy.
New York Minute's great.
It's creepy. They're like 16, 17, and they're like naked in half of it. And it's like, there's a scene where a guy walks in on like Ashley and she's like naked. He's like, oh, is it my lucky day? It's like really weird.
I've not seen it in a while. Maybe I need to watch it again.
It probably hasn't aged well then.
It doesn't seem like it's aged well at all.
It was very 2004.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Simple Plan is in that one.
Simple Plan is.
See, I'll just watch Full House reruns all over again. That's my Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Yeah, exactly.
Night. Just watching Full House.
Why can't we just do that?
I'm trying to think of things that speak to Cher Delaware's heart, and I know that is one of them.
Hey, New York Minute got 11% on Rotten Tomato.
11%. I'm still here, but I'm turning my camera off.
That's one of the higher ones, SP3.
Let's see. I'm just gonna put in Mary-Kate and Ashley films and see what they got rated. See what the critics did. What you said? How the West was fun.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So for those who don't know, I've talked about this, Jeremy, and this seems like something that you would be into. Just based off my assumptions here. So my super niche friends and I spent the last year doing watch-alongs of every single Mary-Kate and Ashley project.
Nice.
And we are deep in the lore of it. and Cher and I have bonded over this. We've discussed starting an MKA podcast. And
as you should.
And I just think that if you're trying to date Dr. Delaware, you need to be up to speed.
I mean, using Mary-Kate and Ashley as an in would certainly be a good little icebreaker.
Like if you walked up to her and said, "What were your thoughts when the girls went on the shopping spree with the model in Passport to Paris?"
See, I do not have. Oh my gosh, she's just getting her hair. I admittedly do not have this much Mary-Kate and Ashley knowledge of all of their movies, as I have not spent.
Do normal people not?
My entire summer.
Well, Passport to Paris had the highest rating on IMDb.
That doesn't surprise me.
It did 5.2 out of 10. All the other ones we had 4.9 and 4.8 for the other two I looked up. Where
did Our Lips Are Sealed slide in there, SP3? Because Cher and I are both of the belief that's one of the better ones.
That's one of the goats. The goats of this universe.
Do we agree? Our Lips Are Sealed, one of the better ones.
Our Lips Are Sealed. Oh, that was another high one. It got 5 out of 10 on IMDb.
Cher, any thoughts?
What?
Our Lips Are Sealed, one of the better ones, right? Okay.
There you go.
Thumbs up. We're trying to fill time here while she gets her hair.
Winning London was always one of my favorites.
I don't think it was one of
I don't think
John's favorite.
Yeah. I don't think John liked that one.
Oh, Winning London. It's now the GOAT. It did 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb. Yes. One higher than our Lips Are Sealed.
All right. Interesting.
What was the last movie they were in?
Was New York Minute.
Oh, it was New York Minute? Okay.
Yep. That was their last one.
God damn, we're going on 20 years ago. It's almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. I would say that Holiday in the Sun is brutal. It is an advertisement for Atlantis. It is a hour and 30-minute advertisement for Atlantis with Dutch angles the entire time.
Y'all are blowing my mind that they made this many movies after I had stopped watching. I stopped watching after It Takes Two.
They were literally pumping out 2 movies a year.
Oh
It was
God.
crazy.
Holiday in the Sun did 4.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
BS. Cher. Anything.
Megan Fox is in this damn
She is.
movie. What are
She
we
is.
doing?
Megan
Oh,
Fox is in it.
and Austin Nichols, who was in the teen drama that should have been with black actors, One Tree Hill. He was also in One Tree Hill.
Yeah, Megan Fox is like the ancillary girl who they're like kind of like side-eyeing the entire movie. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Cher,
Basically,
thoughts?
the antagonist in this one.
Trying to buy some time here while she gets her hair washed. Jeremy, how are you?
Fine. I'm old. I'm tired. I'm hurt.
You look
Work
it.
with children. Yeah, I know.
You literally work with children.
I do.
You literally work with children.
Holidays, John Alba.
Okay.
How are you?
Unemployed, so that's cool. Aside from that,
You got like 3 million shows going on.
Yeah, they're all like, part-time.
You work for yourself.
Yeah, we're trying.
That's the way to do it.
Chris Van Vliet and I just did something for Fight together. That was very fun.
I saw that you guys did.
And the multiverse didn't have an incursion event with the two of us on screen together, so that was kind of cool.
It was like Johnny Storm and Captain America having a podcast.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I have been referred to as America's ass, but not.
John Alba, are you on any dating websites? Can we sign you up for a dating website?
I'm on the apps, but my app stories are just insane. I mean, the Emmy story that SP3
share some
not aware of. Share some?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
SP3 and I are married men with children, so like we ain't got dating stories.
Oh, Cher popped up. I got to be careful now.
No, I want to hear your dating stories.
She's listening this whole time.
Yes, exactly.
No, I mean, the Emmy one is definitely the worst one. That is undoubtedly the worst.
I don't think that's dating.
Yeah.
It was on a dating app. So, make it happen.
I don't think she was looking to date.
I recently came across someone, at the risk of getting political here, I came across someone who it said green flags, and the green flag was that you're unvaccinated. And I just thought that was a really peculiar green flag. like I can see where someone's like, green flag, you're vaccinated. But for someone to find it sexually attractive that someone has not been inoculated against a virus, something about that just seems very odd to me. I could be wrong. Who knows?
What are your green flags, John Alba?
What are my green flags?
Yeah.
People who are compassionate and empathetic to others.
That's a lame answer.
Well, do you want my real ones or do you want my like super niche ones?
Yeah, your niche ones. Who cares about your real one? I like kind people and yeah.
Super niche ones. Let's see. They are aware of what Space Ghost Coast to Coast is. That would be
talk
one.
show.
They think that Okada Omega 2 is the best of the series.
That's very niche.
Mm-hmm.
Cares about wrestling.
Their favorite player on the 1998 Yankees is either Shane Spencer or Homer Bush. I mean, said you want my super niche ones.
Yeah. So if it's not one of those players, you're just like, nope.
I'm just like, well, you got to convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
Bernie Williams.
If you come to me and you're like, John, listen, Graham Lloyd was my favorite player on the 98 Yankees, I'd be like, I don't know. Let's see. You believe that Powerage is AC/DC's best album? That's definitely a green flag. You know the difference between your and your?
That's
like
a good
apostrophe.
one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a good
when
one.
I see someone type out the wrong your, that grinds my gears.
What's your type, John Alba?
Cher Delaware. I'm sorry. Look at her. Look at her getting pampered.
I led
Dude,
that.
that's my type of woman. That's my type of woman. Someone that likes getting pampered, they know.
John, would you go on a reality dating show? I've been watching the Too Hot to Handle. Would you like go on something like that?
Someone when I was in Orlando signed me up for The Bachelor, and I was not into the idea.
So the Bachelor's a lame reality
because
dating
I'm
show.
so not hot enough to be on The Bachelor, number one. And number two, like the shallowness. I had someone what's that Netflix show where they like are in isolation? The Circle, is that what it is?
There's that one, but if like the love one is like Love is Blind.
I know someone who was on that.
SP3 and I signed up for The Circle.
Did you?
We're gonna go on as a dude. That's not a dating show though. That's just like a social media show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would I do a blind one? No, I would not do one like that. I would need to know who I'm talking to.
But like Love is Blind, you talk to them.
No, but like
I make a connection based on words.
Words that all of that is extremely, extremely important. I am 100% on board with that. But I do believe that physical attraction is something you need to have in a relationship too. And that doesn't need to be the primary thing in a relationship, but I do believe that needs to be part of a relationship. And yeah, I am shallow. I'm shallow.
Can we sign you up for Love is Blind?
No.
Why?
Because I just explained it.
Yeah, but we should still be able to sign you up. Like, I don't think they're gonna pick you, but
see, I'm more of an average Joe kind of guy.
Can we sign you up for Love Island?
Oh, Love Island would be good.
Guys, I'm like rocking dad bod. Do you see these people that are on these shows?
Hey,
that's why Love is Blind would be good. Love is Blind is, I mean,
I see what you're saying.
A higher standard.
Well, you can wear your suits. You can wear your suits, or you can wear what you're wearing right there. If Love is Blind,
people think I'm an usher at an AEW event. That's what happens when I wear my suits. No, it's just I don't know. Dating is hard. One thing about dating that has really changed a lot since the pandemic is how people interact. I feel like a lot of people have dating apps now like their social media outlets. Like, hey, I'm on Hinge, but it's basically my Twitter. Because a lot of people don't actually have any desire to meet up. It's pretty insane.
Is that why you're on Hinge? Is that gonna once Twitter dies, once Elon kills
it? That's right.
It's gonna be
on
Hinge.
I mean, I've been on Hinge, I've been on Bumble, I've been on Tinder. I met the girl I thought I was gonna marry on Tinder. And I have friends who have met their significant others that they're married to or engaged to on Tinder, which is really interesting because I feel like Tinder is looked at as
Tinder has the bad rep. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the wife and I met on Twitter somehow.
That's true.
Like you can
find love. How was VP?
I'll play it. She's good. She's I don't know where she is right now.
My missus met on Facebook. So
there you go. Yeah. That is very 2009 of you, SP3.
I know.
You can find love anywhere.
That's true.
Alba. What do you put? I was on Hinge for a little bit. What do you put for some of those stupid prompts that they give you? Give me one of your Hinge prompts.
My 2 truths and a lie is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. My 2 truths and a lie are that I've seen every Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. That is one of them. Guy Fieri has complimented my cooking, and that I was nearly run over by Bruce Springsteen.
Well, I know one. We know the Mary-Kate and Ashley one.
I've admitted that is true.
Yeah.
Which one is the lie?
I feel like the Springsteen thing is a lie.
You think that's a lie? SP3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would lean to.
Cher, do we know which one's a lie?
I wasn't listening. What'd you say?
My 2 truths and a lie on a dating app are I've seen every Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. Bruce Springsteen nearly ran me over with his car. And that Guy Fieri has complimented my cooking. Do we know which one is the lie there?
Oh, Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri, then.
You're saying the Guy Fieri?
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy, you're saying the Springsteen?
Yeah, I think it's
I'll go with Guy.
The Guy Fieri one is the lie.
Okay.
Springsteen nearly killed me with his car. This is a true story.
See, I figured you would be more braggadocious about this.
I should have stepped in front of that car.
Yeah.
I should have let him hit me.
Right. Like I figured you would. Yeah, I don't see you tweet about. I see you tweet about Springsteen all the time, but
that's true.
I figured at the end of every Springsteen tweet would be, he almost hit me with his car. Like, so the fact that wasn't at the end of all of them made me believe it was a lie.
We don't talk about Bruno all the time, okay? I just
fair.
want to make that very clear. I mean, listen, I would do dirty things for Guy Fieri to compliment my cooking, but with
an Emmy.
With an Emmy, perhaps. Cher, what would your 2 truths and a lie be? My son is a 45-year-old man trapped in a 4-year-old's body.
That's accurate. Let me think.
So that putting her on the spot like that is to come up with.
That's fine. Well, you just got to come up with 1 lie and 2 things that are accurate about you.
Yeah, but they got to be like somewhat interesting.
I mean,
that is true.
That's fair. What would be your 2 truths and a lie, Jeremy?
Oh God, again, I'm not interesting at all. So no, just tell a bunch of lies.
I mean,
Cher got kidnapped. That's a shame.
Well,
one
damn.
of her 2 truths and a lie. She says I was kidnapped. We're waiting the responses here as she gets her hair combed out. I've had 18 different hair colors, she says. 18.
18 feels steep, but also I can believe it.
Also would be death for your hair, I feel like. Who am I to say? I'm naturally graying, baby. So
same.
Who's to say?
Well, she only gave us 2 truths, or I guess 1 lie. I don't know.
One might be a lie.
Yeah.
I thought John Alba was shallow was the first one.
He's shallow.
I mean, that's subjective. She says I've paid over $30,000 in attorney fees. Okay,
that feels true as well.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with.
I think 18 is the lie.
18 different
that seems
hair
steep.
colors. I think it's.
I hope kidnapped is the lie.
No, kidnapped is a truth.
So the attorney fees is the lie. Oh,
number 2.
18.
See, I was right.
Yeah,
I was right.
18 is a lot.
Why'd she put the thumbs down? I thought I was right.
15.
15.
No,
15. Yeah, 18 seemed a little high.
See, it's the semantics. It's the number that we're looking out for.
Exactly.
It's not the act.
I was like, that's too specific. So I was like, it's not 18.
Well, I mean, listen here. As someone that you've broken up with over Thanksgiving, I do think that Dr. Delaware over here has a lot of endearing characteristics, regardless of what she may think or what weirdos on Twitter or Reddit think. I promise you that is the case because Dr. Delaware.
All right, John Alba, quit flirting with Cher and enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're going to do. I have no idea what you're doing today, but have fun with your Mary-Kate and Ashley watch along. Some more of that. Bye. You can leave. I was just about to put you all over. I don't want to be put over. I'm good. He left.
I was about to put you all over.
I need to be put over.
Great stuff.
All right, let's get out of here. We're going to sign up Cher for a different dating website next week. We'll figure that all out.
We can actually read the DMs.
Yeah. We're not just stuck on reading 1 DM per time we try to log on to this thing. Cher, do you want to plug anything? Fair. SP3, do you want to plug anything?
Twitter, there. True Hill, SP3. Follow me. Do that. All my things are there. Yeah. Go Lakers!
Right. That's debatable. Guys.
Hey, gotta cheer for them, despite all the hardships.
Nah.
And MTV, get this damn challenge season together. I need someone to root for. I need someone to go home. Oh, I hate this.
Fair.
They ruined it. They broke it. They broke my poor challenge.
Guys, everyone, keep it locked to Fightful Overbooked. Go watch Tag Talk from yesterday. The girls are back. You can see the background is back because they were back. Go watch Tag Talk with Haley and Kylie. We got new videos all week and stuff and things. Merry Christmas, everybody. This is the last FMC before Christmas. I don't know. My mom was very much in the Christmas spirit. I don't know how much we were. We should have wore like Santa hats and all this stuff. Whatever. I'm sure there will be
I've been wearing Christmas jumpers on a lot of stuff I do. I only own like 3 or 4 of them, so I've been having to like trade them out.
Like Christmas is in 5 days, but I don't feel like it's like Christmas is that close. Maybe it's just me.
I'm more just ready to see how my kids react. I don't even care about myself. So
yeah, once you get older and you have,
I'm ready to see some NBA games. That's what I'm.
Cher's left. She's getting her hair finished and done. Oh, all right.
Did get her hair? Did
yes. Everyone follow us on Twitter at HaleyAnn_ and at Fuller_Kylie. Follow us on Twitter, everybody. Thanks to Cher. Thanks to John Alva. Bye, everyone. Leave a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe. Merry Christmas.